Here I am at Gents Rock, which is currently dry as a bone. Well, 99%. That part there is wet, but I don't need that part. In fact, that looks like, yeah, that's the top of the nose. Not doing that one today anyway. But all of this, nice and dry. Even that bit, I think that's just the colour of the rock making it look wet, but no, that's dry. That very end might have a bit of run on it. And you can probably see the ground here. Wet side, dry side. So today I think I'm going to work High Speed Imp Act again. I'm only going to spend about an hour down here. But we've had a couple of sunny weekends and I've not actually got out to do anything. So I figured I'd come down here because I don't feel like going up into the peak. And I'll try working this move some more. Because God knows what the next month is going to be like. It's given out wet, a wet November. But then this week's supposed to have been all wet and it's not been too bad. I've had pretty good days overall. Anyway, I'll warm up, get on this. And that's mountain bikers. Let's get going. All right. Let's see how far I can get on this on the first go. That's that. Okay, that's a bit mossy and damp. The feet are fine though, that's fine. Good. How strong am I today? I start in the right spot, that's going to help. I got right hand, didn't I? Then out left. Wow. It's been that long I'm having to think about it. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Oh. Okay, that was good. I just need to warm up a little bit more and let the skin get a bit of heat before I go for that move, I think. Awesome. What are we, 2nd of November? And I can stand out here in my shorts and t-shirt. I think it's only around 10 degrees or so, but it's still pretty mild. Oh, also, I didn't bring the tall tripod for this camera, it's in the van. Because I was going to shoot on my FX30. But I thought bringing that to try out with this, and the drone as well to try out on this. Too much to carry, too much to play around with. So I start with the drone, see how I can use that here, get some higher shots. And then at some point I have a climb down here and see what kind of angles and positioning I can get with the FX30. Because the benefit of this camera is, being an action camera, it's wide angle lens. even when I have it on the standard de-warp function, like I normally do. Okay. Let's give that another go. Okay. Almost. One thing I do need to do with the drone is figure out how to set the exposure. Because if the screen on the controller has anything to go by, it might be a bit overexposed. Right. I want you a bit more that way. So hopefully a few shots from there will give a better angle of what I'm climbing at. Actually show the shape of the rock a bit better. It didn't record the last 10 minutes or so, because when I moved the camera position, I must have had it in my head that I stopped recording first. So when I set it up, I pressed record, which obviously stopped it. So since then, I have changed my shoes into my Chimera Project shoes. These are more aggressive, more pointy, which allows for more precise footwork. And I have no idea what else I said. I do like this shot, but I think it might be a bit dark on the rock and more exposed for the sky. So I'll give it a go or two again and then change position again. It's getting in my head again. Oh, that was a good effort. Okay, what did I do different? I brought my left foot up. So I think what I've been trying before was trying to keep more stable. Well, feel like it was a safer move, keeping my left foot down here and trying to push through. But I think when I do that, my leg's pretty extended anyway. It's also throwing my centre of mass off a bit, which means I have to carry it up further for the hold. So what I did this time, I think, was bring the foot up, not put it on anything particularly, just kind of have it tapped against the rock, which brought my centre of gravity up a bit, which let me push into that hold better. I think we'll give that another go next. Where's my light? There. Got some nice light in the trees there, mind. Look at that. I was saying on the clip that didn't record, one thing I need to do with the drone is figure out how to set the exposure, because I think it might be a bit overexposed here. But still, that's something I can easily fix in post for these couple of shots if I need to. But being able to get it in camera would be better. Alright, I'll give this another go. I think I might set the drone up for this one as well.
Take off.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yes! That was definitely better. Yes, okay. Flaming aeroplanes, making you din. Not like a drone. Nine minutes to, so I'm gonna have another attempt, maybe two on this. One more there, I think. I'll be happy just to get into that hold again. So I think, was it earlier this year I managed to get my fingers into it? Didn't latch it, but I could get in. Also, why was my foot slipping off one of these down here? Could it be maybe in need of brushing? What was I standing on to? Yeah, it was you. Let's make sure you're clean. Cool. Right. Alright, I'm taking 5 and then one last go. Why? Right, I think my skin's past it on this one. It's getting a bit sore. Too much so for these holds now, because they tend to be a bit sharp. Skin there's starting to peel. That'll be a flapper if I'm not careful. I think that needs sanding down as well. Not bad for an hour. I did get to do one of the main things I wanted to do, which was try the drone out, particularly at this rock. I thought it would be a good test place for it. Fairly open, flattish. I am happy with my consistency on the first half of this climb though. I just need to get that next move done. But it is nice to be back out on the rock. I'm trying to think when the last time was. Pretty sure it was with Emily. Were we here? No. Stanton? Which did we do first? We were here first, that's a few videos back. Then we went to Stanton on the woods the week after, which was a good session. So yeah, that was 3 weeks ago, and that's the last time I've been on the rock. So it's nice to be back out on it, especially in decent weather. Also nice to have another video in the bag, well, once I've edited it. Because that week or two backlog I had ran out, and I've not done much. So I think that's this video, and I think I've got another climbing one I can put out in the next week as well. From at the wall. I'm going to have to start bringing a flask of tea or coffee with me though. So I'm warm at the minute, but I think once I stay still for too long and cool off, I'll start feeling a bit chill again. Especially being in the shade here. This is one of the safest bets of rock to come out to down Churnit though, in terms of conditions. Because whilst it does get some seepage on, mostly at the ends, it is by and large dry all year round. So these green patches here, damp, mossy, but the shelf here is fine. The rest of this is dry. All up the crack there. Along here is fine. That's dry. Might not look it from a distance, but that's dry. As is all through here. Shelf here is fine. And then you got some run coming down this corner here. But apart from that, the entire traverse is still doable. So I shall probably end up spending some sessions over winter up here, because I think the screed block is going to be out of it now. Although it's decently sheltered. The crossing there gets rather wet and damp. Damp? That's not the word I meant. Wet and deep. So it began with a D, ended with a P. And I'm not sure I'd fancy doing the long walk in. As I said at the beginning, the end of the nose here, that's out. So I'm guessing that's a summer climb. Happily I've done that one. Right, I think I'm going to grab a couple more shots on the drone, see if I get a better look at the top hold for High Speed Imp Act. And if there's anything to say about that, I'll let you know.